Hi, welcome to Camp Denison. I built a ropes course here maybe almost 15 years ago, and I brought many groups of people through here. I brought groups of hospice nurses, corporate executives, women's groups, youth at risk, developmentally delayed adults, a group of addicts in recovery, many different small businesses, and groups, men's groups, and friends. So, and my former mother-in-law, and my son when he was 5 years old. So I'm going to show you the trees. The camp has changed. They took down the ropes course, I don't know how many years ago. But I'm here for a visit, and I'm camping here. I used to be here almost every day. It's a very magical place, Camp Denison. So I want to show you the 3 trees that hundreds of people have climbed. I built the ropes course from this pine tree. All right, that's the biggest tree of the lot. And I had a cable that ran from that tree over to that pine, way up to there. So I had a series of ropes and cables that ran between these 2 trees. So you climb over on a 2-line bridge and back over on something else, and then swings. And then I had a couple that went from here over to this beautiful oak. And I was looking at it, and you can see the staples still in the tree. You can hear the breeze. So I'm appreciating these trees and the uplifting experience that they help so many people to have. These trees did that. These trees, and I've come to recognize trees are more than just growing wood, that they're alive. Just as you and I are a spiritual being inhabiting this body, that we exist above and beyond our bodies. Like long before our bodies showed up, we were here or we were somewhere. Long after this form is dust, we'll be around. So maybe this body, this physical form, is inhabited by something very alive and very sentient and very present and very healing and loving. Boy, that's my experience. And all those people who've climbed these trees, whether they're conscious of it or not, if we ask them, and really the point is I'm asking you to tune in to the wood and the trees and the plants in our life, and to take a moment and open yourself to that presence, to that physical form, and to speak to the energy that inhabits it, and to just ask it, invite it to make itself known in your life. Tree just dropped a couple of acorns. I think that's the tree's way of saying yes. I want to tell you a story. Now, I feel like the tree prompted this story. I was living in Hawaii, and my bedroom was it was a 1-story house that had a metal roof, and it was under a ficus tree. And a huge tree. I loved the tree. When I would come in, I'd take off my sandals. It's raining nuts. I'd take off my sandals on the lanai, go inside. Well, what happened was, at a certain point, this tree dropped nuts, millions of them. and I couldn't get any sleep. I couldn't get any sleep because it was a tin roof. So bam, 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 and whenever the wind blew, bam, 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 bam. All right, and when I would come out and put on my sandals, they'd be full of nuts, and I'd have to walk around the lanai. It was covered with nuts, and it became a bit of a pain. One night I came home late, and as I walked across the yard and I looked at the tree, all of a sudden I realized that I'd been angry. Not angry, but I'm just kind of like a little disdain towards the tree, because it had been a bit bothersome. And I recognized that felt terrible. I loved this tree. And it was a beautifully calm night. There was no breeze around. And I stopped in that moment, and I looked at the tree, and I apologized, and I said, I love you. Tree, I love you. And I felt my heart just open. And look, this huge tall tree before me. And the most magical thing happened in that moment. With no breeze or anything. As my love met the tree and I felt the tree's love come back, it rained nuts. Hundreds of nuts dropped. A cacophony of nuts rained on the roof. And it was the tree's response. So, I've learned to take trees. I've stopped taking them for granted. And I know it's only me in my everyday mind that misses out on what they provide us. They provide us food and shelter. They provide us oxygen to breathe. So this is my salutation to trees and to all growing things, to all green and growing things, and to the spirit that inhabits them, the beautiful, loving, generous spirits of life that support us and join us in our journey. I say thank you. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. I am so grateful you're in my life. I'm so grateful that you're part of this world. Thank you, all you beautiful beings that inhabit form. And the bees too. And the birds. And to you also for joining me in this reverie. Bees are magical. It's funny, I keep going to end, and then something else shows up. And that's what I find about life. It's what life keeps showing me, teaching me, inviting me to just stay present, just stay connected. Really, all we have to do to see the beauty of our world is to just show up with an intention, with an awareness to be, to see. So my invitation to you for world peace, which is truly a piece of cake, is to just have a beautiful intention, to be present and to see and to share and to co-create in the beauty of our world. Thank you. I'm glad you're in my life. Ow! Yes.